question on your mind, then Brian's gonna find the answer with you. He'll answer it for you. And you. Just ask anything that's in your head. Tell him everything he'd like to know. If it's good, then you better ask Brian the bunny rabbit.
Hey, howdy, hey, welcome to You'd Better Ask Brian, where I, Brian the bunny rabbit, will be answering your new questions. Firstly, we have 3 questions from Harry Humble's real-life best friend, James Price, or Sonic Spider 21 as his YouTube channel is called. Q1, which of my videos that I've done so far would you say is your favorite? You mean your YT shorts? Well, I thought the first short you did was rather good, so I'll pick that. Q2, what's your favorite episode of Harry and James Plays? Tough question, because I thought you and Harry made a good effort on the series so far, showing off games that are good, and games that are bad. And Q3, what's your favorite film company? I would probably say, Pixar, and Aardman as well. And I suppose there are a few others. As for favorite game companies, I like Nintendo, BBC Multimedia, Sega, Hasbro Interactive, Lego Media, and a few others. Next we have 4 more questions from Jack Williams. Q1. Have you ever heard of the following programs that never got off the drawing board? Stanley and Livingston, Theodore, and the Carrotary Kid? Yes, I have. They should have made them into proper TV programs really. And the last 3 questions Jack Williams has sent to me are about what my favorite programs from Cosgrove Hall, Hit Entertainment, and Ragdoll Productions are. But all I would say about that is, too many to think of. Corey Hopkins asks, who's my favorite milkshake presenter? I like all the classic presenters the best, including the ones that are still on nowadays, like Kemi Magix, Derek Moran, and Jen Pringle. Fun fact, Kemi Magix has been on Channel 5's Milkshake ever since the year 1999. And soon, she would probably be on for like 20 years next year. Wow! Next we get 3 questions from Ben Freeman. Q1, have you seen my Nuts songs, and are they really good? I'd say you did an okay job with that. Before you ask, what is a Nuts song? Well, Ben Freeman just randomly came up with them after seeing a program called Wilder Nuts, which is on Tiny Pop. Ben was using Nintendo DS sound to make the Nuts songs, with a character named Captain Quilty just repeating the word nuts many times. Q2, did you know that Pingu is being broadcast on Milkshake on 5 Star? Yes, I did. Only the 2004 Hot Animation series was broadcast, and was shown every Monday to Friday at the regular time. I'm glad Pingu came back to our TV screens after a few years, and there was also another reboot made in Japan, which is Pingu in the City. I've only seen the intro from the reboot, but a lot of people think this reboot turned out to be very good, so I agree with them. And Q3, who's your favorite Sesame Street character? Well, there's Big Bird, Bert, and Ernie, Elmo, Cookie Monster, Grover, Julia, and a few others too. Next we have 3 more questions from Simpsons Clips 24. Q1, do you like Rocky and the Dodos? Yes, I do. I own the last few episodes of Series 1 on VHS. However, there's one episode missing on the release, which is Cheating Chick, and that turns out to be the actual last episode of Series 1. So it turns out that Series 1 is actually a little bit incomplete. Pity. Q2, if you were not a YouTuber, what would you like most to have been? Well, if I'm not resting on my chair watching TV all the time, I would have been a continuity announcer for a few channels. Even though, I did try to be an announcer on BBC Two, but failed, as I pressed the wrong button by mistake and then got fired. You're watching BBC Two. And now it's time for part 1 in a 5-part mini-series based on Bill Bryson's The Life and Times of the Thunderbolt Kid. Oh dear. I've accidentally pressed the blackout button instead of the run program button.
You're fired.
Well, there goes this week's pay. As for Mayday 51, he would have been a television actor and voice actor. And Q3, have you ever read any books by Pauline Fisk? No, I haven't, unfortunately, but I know exactly what you were thinking about when asking that question. Yes, Pauline Fisk also wrote a couple of good episodes of Lavender Castle, as well as writing novels, and the episodes she wrote should have been adapted onto books. Daniel Russell asks, which VHS logo has the scariest intro out of Castlevision, or Video Gems? Well, I once used to be scared by that Walt Disney Home Video logo with Mickey Mouse as the Sorcerer's Apprentice, because of the camera zooming into Mickey's hand. I also used to be scared by that Pickwick logo from 1993, probably because of the startling music and animation. And there may be other VHS logos out there that could give you a fright, which I'm afraid you'll have to see them for yourself. Next we get 5 questions from Callum Riley. Long time no see. Q1, have you seen the Cranp Twins? Yes, I have. Q2, have you seen Horseland and Sticking Around? Oddly enough, yes, I've seen them as well. Q3, what are your favorite DiC entertainment programs? I may not have a favorite, but from what I can remember seeing, there was Care Bears, Inspector Gadget, Madeline, a few of the Mario, Sonic and Captain N cartoons, and a couple of others. Q4, have you seen OKKO Let's Be Heroes, Nella the Princess Knight, and The Loud House? I haven't heard of the first program you've mentioned. I've heard of Nella the Princess Knight but never watched it, and I have seen a snippet of The Loud House once. And Q5, who's your favorite Cranp Twins character, and what's your favorite episode? Probably the Cranp Twins themselves, Wayne and Lucien. As for favorite episode, I don't know, because I haven't seen one in a long time. Next we have 5 more questions from Louis Walkden. His first 3 questions are about me collecting DVDs. He wants me to get Crystal Tips and Alistair, Pigeon Street, and The Pink Wings on DVD. Even though Louis, you did upload those episodes of Crystal Tips and Alistair earlier on your YouTube channel, and as for the other 2 programs, apparently those DVDs turn out to be rather expensive, and I don't know about that. Q4, do you want to have PB Bear and Friends back on TV? Burp. Some episodes are matched third-party content by My Animation TV, so I don't know about that. And Q5, are Percy the Park Keeper and Sheep matched third-party content by DHX Media? No, they're not, and they're not matched by Hit Entertainment themselves either. Next we have 3 questions from Haley Dennis. Q1, have you ever seen Go Jetters? I have seen a few promos for the series, and fortunately, the only thing I like about Go Jetters is that voice artists like Ben Smore and Mark Silk are in it. Q2, have you seen a rare bird before? I did see a rare nightingale when I was bird watching at my local park, until suddenly, my friend Dusty the cat came into the scene and scared it away, as if she was trying to eat it for her dinner. With that, I decided to give up bird watching. Bill Oddie does it a lot better than me. And Q3, have you seen Classic Spring Watch, Countdown, and Country File? Yes, I have. Jack Howell has 3 more questions for me to answer now. Q1, do you like High Five, and Bear in the Big Blue House? Yes, I do. Both of those programs used to air on Channel 5's Milkshake. However, High Five can also be seen on Tiny Living, and Bear in the Big Blue House can be seen on Playhouse Disney. Q2, what if the High Five gang meets Bear in the Big Blue House in 2005? I don't know about that, because High Five are in Australia, and Bear is in the USA. Maybe they would meet Bear if he heads over to Australia for his holiday. And Q3, do you remember the Come Outside episode, buses, where Auntie Mabel's plane wouldn't start? Yes, definitely. The last 5 questions come from Harry Humble. Q1, would you say that me and James Price are a good example of best friends? Yes, you and James make good best friends. Q2, what are your thoughts on the Cow the Kangaroo franchise? I've never heard of that franchise, so I don't know about that. However, I did hear about the games because of your Infogrames/Atari collection video that you recently did. Q3, your thoughts on Atari's Asterix and Obelix XXL trilogy? I've heard about those games but never really played them. Q4, what are your thoughts on the game publisher, Virgin Interactive? If so, which games would you like from them? I think it was alright, and also Harry, you already did give me Mega Man 8, Mega Man X3, and Spot Goes to Hollywood while we were filming TV Burp, so I think the next game I'm planning to get is Grand Slam. And finally, Q5, do you think the V2 Play logo is poorly edited at the end? Yes, I think it was poorly edited. Don't believe me, check it out. Did you see any problems? If you didn't, then I'll show you. Can you see that the V2 Play circle covers up the Virgin Play logo, but not properly? And when the logo falls off, you can see the Virgin Play logo as well. Wow, this company knows how to make cheap and nasty logos. The trademark disclaimer on the bottom also looks fairly cheap. That's all we've got time for in this episode of You'd Better Ask Brian, so I'll be hopping off, and I'll hopefully see you guys again next week for more questions. Cheerio.
Brian the Bunny Rabbit.